Right, David. So, talking about vibrato today. So, the first thing to do when it comes to developing your own vibrato is just make sure you know the mechanism, right? What's actually going on in there. So, the easiest way to do that is we'll take a D note around there, right? So, just kind of that middle range first, just somewhere where we're comfortable. And just move it. So, obviously, vibrato is pitch variance, pitch going up and down. So the first thing to do is just kind of do it a little bit too much, a bit over the top, kind of slow with big variations. So just keep it nice and light. Don't force it too much. So just take any note that you're comfortable with like that D note there. And just move it out. So obviously that's not what we want it to sound like, but that just kind of teaches you exactly what's going on in there when you do that, okay? And use different syllables as well, different vowels. So like, ah and ooh. Ooh tends to be a little bit easier for whatever reason. Ooh. And then gradually, in a controlled way, increase the speed, right? So remember that the only criteria that it has to meet is that it has to be consistent, okay? It can be slow, it can be fast, it can be intense, it can be subtle. That all depends on the context and what's appropriate. But it just can't be wobbly in the sense that it can't be a bit fast here, a bit slow there. It has to be kind of the same. You can fade it in and out and all of that, but it has to be the same all the way through. It can't just kind of go fast, slow, stagnant, fast again. So it has to be consistent and controlled, right? So once you've done that, then try to decrease the pitch variance a little bit, make it a bit more subtle than that, right? And then increase the speed just a bit. It doesn't have to be super fast, but a little bit of speed doesn't hurt, right? So we're gonna go from so just trying to increase the speed gradually, okay? So it won't happen straight away, but then, and then again, try with different vowels too. So we'll try an ooh, ooh, big breath underneath as well, so you can sustain it, really feel it out, and all of that. So you're going from, which we can all do that, but then it's just a case of kind of closing it in a little bit pitch-wise, right? So we're not varying the pitch quite so wildly, and then we're going to try and increase the speed just as much as you can, right? But don't increase it so much that it gets kind of wobbly and out of control. So just okay, and just keep doing that, and make sure you do it with a sort of a physical awareness of what's actually happening here, so that you can repeat it, right? So then the next step on that is to try to bring it into context, right? So if we take, for example, I'm only thinking about him, I'll do it down an octave just for my own sake, but I want you to do it at the normal pitch. So I'm only thinking of him. So just stay on that him for as long as you can and get it under control, right? This takes a lot of focus to really kind of get it down, and it's a little bit different for everybody, okay? So the way you can always often tell a singer or even a guitar player or whatever by the way they do vibrato. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. So again, I'm only thinking of him, and try to increase the intensity as you go, right? Big breath so you have enough time to really settle into it. Another one you could do is in my body, it's well known, there is not one selfish bone. So it's important to try it at different, now obviously that an octave up is relatively high, so do try it at different tones as well. So there's that. And then another good exercise as well is to take your major scale. So you might remember this little shape. So if we start off on, let's say, just a middle C here. And as long as it's consistent, that's the only thing. But do make sure that it's not too subtle either. You do want the ability to kind of go a bit nuts with it as well for those kind of intense lines. So get physical with it. Really rattle that note. And remember as well, start off quietly, because those quiet notes are easier to shake than the loud ones, right? So if we're going, let's say something that would be quite high for me, right? This A note here, right? If I sing it quietly in falsetto, that's easy enough, because it's not such an intense stream of air that you know it doesn't take much to rattle. However, if I just step back here, something like that with full voice, right? Then I really got to grab that note and shake it hard, okay? So start off on the quieter ones, right? That'll kind of get that technique developed, get you more familiar with it, exactly what it is you're doing. And then once you have more control over it, then you can really kind of intensify it and shake it. But back to the major scale. So and try to fade it in gradually. That way it's controlled all the way. So you don't need to start off right away. Start off with none and then kind of gradually bring it out, okay? And do it all the way up the octave. And remember, that shape from the higher end is, so you find your root note on the G string, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, no B sharp, C, and the shape then follows. Okay, so I just want you to sing along with all of those notes. C major scale is kind of around the middle of the range, so that'll be a good place to start. So that's starting on the G string, 5th fret, and so up and up you go, right? But the main thing is just getting it consistent, right? And making sure as well that it's audible too, okay? You want to take it slowly at first, have it nice and subtle, but not too subtle, right? You want to get the ability to really rattle it as well, and that takes a physical effort on it as well. So start off nice and small. So the steps are, just to go back over it again, right? Take any comfortable note, let's say a D note, or wherever you feel just most comfortable, and really bring it up and down, to a goofy degree, right? But so then that way you're more familiar with exactly what's going on, and then you refine it. Go from that to something more like that. Okay, and just make sure you try it in different contexts, right? So as I was saying, doing it with falsetto is not the same as doing it with full voice. The full voice one has to be much more vigorous to actually get a noticeable shift in the pitch. But try that and try it a lot, right? You do need to practice this a lot, and just follow that process of do it to a ridiculous degree first, then try to bring it in a little bit more subtle and a little bit more quick too. That kind of rate of change gets faster and faster, but it doesn't have to be crazy fast, but it does have to be reasonably quick. And then do it in context, right? Any song with a bunch of long notes, just shake them as much as you possibly can, and see how you get on with it. And always try to listen to yourself from the outside as well, which is not easy, right? You always have to, obviously, whenever you sing, you can hear yourself sing, but that does not mean you're listening, right? So always kind of try to listen from the outside. Okay, so let me know how you get on with that, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Have a good one.